Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Um, I'll just sit here for a minute and wait on a couple people to come in, and then I'm gonna just start talking because I do want to go to bed, get me some rest. I want to do that. Um, Someone asked me the question. Let's see. Hola, hola, hola. Happy weekend. I'm just gonna talk real quick, and you guys can just go back and see what I was talking about. But hey, Mr. J, I love this song. I was listening. I was about to listen to this too. Fool me. Hey, Queen. That's my favorite one right there. I like the other one too. Just put out. Yeah, that's gonna have to be one of my little song, my little hype song. Oh Lord, my grandbaby calling me. I knew it. Let me hold up. Just give me a second. I still gotta. What's wrong? Who did something to you?
Olivia.
Olivia. Okay, you tell Olivia. Alicia. Okay, I'm gonna call back. Y'all leave him alone. Leave him alone. I'm gonna call you back. Y'all go. Leave him alone. It's gonna be some problem. Y'all keep your hands off my baby. Okay. I'm gonna call you right back. I love you. Okay. Don't have me to drive up there and kick y'all butt about my buddy. Love
I
you.
don't care about
You leave him.
please come
Leave him alone. I'm gonna call y'all back.
back and thumb in his mouth.
So I'm sorry, y'all. I know when my little buddy called me, somebody messing with him. Hey, sister, thank you for praying for me. Hey, everybody. I just want to come in real quick. Somebody, you know how people are. How Debo get those text messages? Is them text messages real? And I'm just gonna tell y'all. He when I was telling y'all, okay, let's go back to when I was telling y'all when everybody like, oh my God, he gonna get Robert in trouble. Oh my God, this or that. And I was telling you guys, I said, don't worry. I said, the government can't find any bullshit between Dawn and Robert on any text messages. Think? Why y'all think they only had that little piece of text message from June? Only thing they were actually talking about, and remember I was telling y'all, Don a businessman, and yeah, he trying to get them coins. He trying to build um Robert's coins up, and yes, they was fighting like brothers and sisters. King Chris, love you too, boo. Um, he was trying to build Robert's finances back up by, he asked him, he said, you mean to tell me that you renting this studio, you don't own this damn studio? What happened to your house? And you spending this kind of money on Trump Tower? That was the kind of stuff. It was like more of him trying to throw business at him. But you remember when I was telling you guys before anything could really go down as far as the lawsuits and all that stuff, um, he got arrested. But yes, the text messages, and I was telling y'all, I said, I got all them text messages, and I'm telling y'all, they can't find anything on connecting Robert and um, Don to anything. They couldn't, because everything Robert talked about was his attorneys, giving things to his attorneys, let his attorneys handle it. And when he had that conversation with can y'all hear me? I don't know if I'm stuck. Let me pull this down real quick so I can see. I don't know if I'm stuck or not. Okay. Um when Robert went off on him about going out to the media talking, it was like Keith and his people was in his ear, telling him like you need to tell Don to shut up, and he just talking and he messing up. And then I looked at the video Debo did so I can hear the text messages and stuff. And like I was telling you guys, they got it, they stayed into it. They was into it a lot. And Don didn't bite his tongue. No one knew how he lost his house and money, disappeared. They figured out. They figured out what happened. A lot of, people, a lot of things. Robert thought that his people was handling his stuff, was paying for his stuff, and they was actually just leasing stuff for him. And so they found all this different stuff, like they stole Robert's identity. They was getting houses and businesses in his name. One thing I know is Real E is not a real friend. I think Keith was. I didn't really hear too much bad things about Keith, but I did talk to someone about the situation with the Robert's items, personal belonging. And that person said, I was sitting right here when Keith and Don was talking. And Keith was right there. And how did Don get the stuff? Keith was right there. So he, they said a lot of stuff. But I remember I was telling you guys about the text messages and stuff like that. But I said I didn't read it because I felt like that was like personal, you know. Cleaning all shit, party time. Where's the Hennessy? Who got a birthday coming up? Hey, Miss Fat. I miss you, Miss Fat. Marshall. I'm looking up in the areas I'm talking to y'all. Big Red. Nice to see all y'all. And see while y'all in the chat, I want you guys to who was R. Kelly real friend. Um, I I know Don told me and a couple other people said Robert has PTSD really bad. And I said I wouldn't blame him. Like he didn't trust people. You understand? And so that's how I could figure like listening to getting information from different people and I can figure this out. And I was like, it's something ain't right with Asriel, you know. But um, they will cuss each other out. Then they talking again. They at the gym at the studio. I can say this: he only limit. He it a lot of people that was supposed to be Robert friends can't even tell you how his house looked in Trump Towers unless they looked at some videos that the savages went in there and recorded in the house. But I know Don was one and Keith was one, his uncle, but he didn't like a lot. He didn't have a lot of men in there, but like Robert trust issues with people was just off the roof. But yeah, I was listening to the text messages. Yes, they are. I can confirm and say that they are. He's reading. He said he'll read some more later on, but the ones that he read is accurate. Um, done. acted out. And I actually reached out to someone close, and I actually spoke to Miss June too. The text, the stuff that he said out of anger because he felt like Rob was supposed to been protecting him, which I told Miss June. I said, how could Robert help him when he couldn't help himself? And I was telling Don, I said, I said, I see where you was going and trying to do. You was trying to protect the brand. Like, y'all, it was all about business with you. And after he was telling you not to interfere with, anything that was containing to the indictment, you know, to the indictment, you should have just left that alone. And I just felt like Don felt like he invested too much to lose, and he felt like I'm gonna do whatever I can do, to try to, you know, save this business. And he was coming up with ways to try to keep money in Robert's pocket, and he also was the one, to try to help Robert get shows so he can be able to make a little money to try to pay off the child support debt and stuff like that. That's how Robert paid off the child support debt, that he got in trouble for. Um, People was making shows for him and didn't let him know they was it's no excuse for what Don did, mad or not. Y'all know that I already told her that. I said, I said I'm highly pissed because I don't care. Um, you know, I already see a lot of people, you know, sit here and want credit, want him to mention their name. And I'm like, this man is fighting for his life like 30 years. I said 30 years. I said, that's why I kept telling him 30 years. You pissed off and you saying bullshit. And I was telling her, I said, when he told me like, well, it's too late now. I said, now he felt like he regretted it, but it was too late to take it back. But I said, I still felt like he could have at least came back and said, I just talked out of anger and I just wasn't thinking because I'm upset. I'm on my way to jail. But like, you put yourself in the shoe. Robert didn't, because in the text messages, and like I told him, all those text messages, he telling you to leave the shit alone. Don't do anything. Put don't put that surviving shit up on Facebook. Let my attorneys they're not going to use that Don interview again. Has anybody talked about it since then? Because everybody knew it was bullshit. Especially when you did shit on your own and plead guilty. What the fuck? What do you do? To Miss TBD. Hey, how you doing? Um, so I said hell. I said I was pissed off. I said I got on there and said how I felt about he ain't gonna tell me don't tell me what not to talk about, because if I need to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. I said, but you don't get on there and screw around and make up some stuff, which I already knew it was a lie, cause and that's why I was telling you. I'm like, y'all, come on, y'all just also gave you gave you doing well too. I'm doing okay. I'm about to go to sleep. Getting prepared for another operation. So um, that's why I have not came on live just yet. I just want to get have some strength and be ready for my operation. I don't know if it's sometime next week when I have my operation, but I talk to the surgeons Monday, and I'll get a phone call that Tuesday, so I'll know when I have my operation. But I am still continuing to talk, and I'm also reaching out to some networks, because what I'm trying to do, you guys, is spark a fire. Now, tell me, am I right or wrong? Let's talk about Angelo Clary, his wife Alice Clary, and their daughter um, Azriel Clary. Let's talk about Tim Savage. What's his wife name? Not is it? What's her name? Is Jocelyn, Joycelyn, and well, their mama name. She's her name start with a J. And Joycelyn Savage. Let's talk about those two, right? And do y'all remember when they went out there and was up in an uproar for these parents and these two females that they claim were kidnapped and missing? A lot of resources, a lot of network using their time to, you know, uh, talk about this. Gail King, I'm still traumatized from done action 100. That's a new level of suck shit I never been. I know, honey, I know. But let me tell y'all something. A lot of people was getting mad at me, but let me tell y'all something. It's a lot of stuff I know. I sit back in the cut and, you know, even with I always saying about poking the bear. And I listen to people talk and their demeanor and how they're sounding when they're up high and when they're down low, and their happy voice and their angry voice and I'm upset voice and revenge voice. And you know, that's the type of person I am. I sit back and I suck all it in, and then you know I just sit back and be like, oh, okay, this is gonna go down. Which, you know, I warn the people that need to be warned about it. I don't worry about, you know, like just trying to have content. I know it's good to do and good to have the content, but you know, I always just think like what's good for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Like a lot of information I can put out there. I always think what's good for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And like the text messages, you know, to each their own. But I was like, you know, I put a little sample here and a sample there to show you guys. Don't worry, because Robert always say, leave it to his attorneys. You know, he never tried to do anything on his own. He wanted the legal people to help him on that stuff. And I told Don, I said, I'm a business person too. I said, I know you're a business person too, and it's all about making money and trying to profit. He said, I'm trying to put some money in his goddamn pocket. And he just, you know, he too stuck in the studio and this and that. And I'm trying to tell him, you ain't getting no younger man. How long you going to be running up and down the stage? He was trying to work with him, like getting him, deals with McDonald's and some of everybody, just like this, so he can have money in his pocket. And that's why I always tell you guys, I'm like, you know, I understand as a business person, everybody like, oh, he just want money. I'm gonna put it like this. It's a difference. When you got somebody trying to suck up money to say that they gonna have a, you know, dollar for the king and help with his defense fund and stuff like that, and you know getting money to put in their pocket from his fans, that's totally different from getting a deal for a person. And you know, if you get like a 5%, you know, cut out of the deal for bringing this deal to the table, that's business, you know. And I'm a businesswoman. I went to school for, you know, business and finance and things like that. And you know, I always say, you know, business is business, you know, you handle your business. But I just felt like he went in and had all this stuff going on for Robert and himself, that he was like, damn, this shit gonna interfere with our motherfucking shit. And I just put all my money in this. And they was working on house in you know, they were saying for the money you spending for this, how much you paying Trump Towers, the money you paying for Trump Towers, we can get you a house in the studio. So they was working on that and like everything. But I always told Don, I said, well, I I said something about indie bill. I said indie bill. I said, but I said it's gonna make it look like that you doing this so you can get him to be a part of indie bill. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get him to be a part of any bill that can help the both of us. He's like, I'd rather for him to be getting money and putting it in his pocket than to be giving to these bullshitters and you getting pennies, off a dollar and stuff like that, talking to business stuff. And he just, when he got to running his mouth and going to this person and that person, um, but still, again, I feel like, and to this, even Robert is just fucked up. He's locked up for no reason. And I say Don's locked up for bullshit. Um, I say the Boski was locked up for bullshit because all these people, envy type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I still say that, even though I'm still pissed off at Don Russell. You know, we're already fighting to get, a person out of holding, and then you got people with bullshit, you know, on the YouTube, getting people in trouble for what? They was working on that. He had his own record label. Robert had or still have, I don't know, but I don't know if you guys know it. When Debo was talking about, Robert's talking about the website that he had. Um, I don't. Let me type it up and see if the site's still up. But a lot of stuff was taken down. He had interviews up there with Ricky Smiley and everybody, but I don't know how they got taken down. I don't know who's controlling it. But when I was going into it, it was like it had like a spam type thing. So it was like corrupt. So I don't know who is dealing with that website, but let me see if, because I did save it. Let me go into my let me give me a second and let me look into my bookmark, because I think I saved it in bookmark. It's R. Kelly lower score. Um, Give me a second, y'all. Let me try to find it. R. Kelly lower score. Oh, that's how I got a lot of information off that. Like as far as his like that fish. When Azriel was talking about, he had the women's and fish tanks and stuff, and I said that girl got that off the damn video, and K Michelle was in the video and stuff like that. A lot of bullshit. Okay, let's see. I know I got it somewhere. Let me try to www. Trying to see if I can remember. I think it's lower score. Kelly. Let me. I have to find it later because I got a lot of stuff saved in here, and it's gonna take me forever to find it. But no, yeah, I'll just y'all wanted me to confirm it. Yeah, I think it's off now because this yeah, I don't think it's not any. He don't have it anymore. It was up for a while, so I don't know if somebody stopped paying for the his website, but he did have a website. Um, and that's what I was telling Don. I said, yeah, that website. I said that's where I go and get like when he had his shows, his concerts. He was talking about his concerts. He posted all his interviews. He posted when an album coming out. He posted like a new video that was coming out, like his like singles. He put the videos up there. So that's what that website was about. It was more about telling about his concerts and shows and and different things like that. So he did have a website for that, but um I I know I'm jumping from here to there, so you guys have to forgive me because I just popped up, just said because I was like, okay, let me go ahead and let them know. Because a lot of people like was texting me. I will always believe in Danielle will have allow him to put on proper defense. He will be free. So she like, but yeah, I remember I was telling y'all it was gonna be she gonna be an MFer. This attorney gonna be an MFer. It was um his attorney now, Jennifer Bonjean. I forgot the man that I was looking reading the text message where he was talking about getting Michael Jackson attorney to come talk to him, and he said he'll come talk to Robert, which the attorney did confirm that he did talk to Robert. Um, Greenberg got in his ear. Greenberg, all he seen was dollar sign. This is R. Kelly. I don't care if I'm not qualified. I'm finna get in his ear, and then other people got in his ear, and all that. But he did put out, put this information out there for him to have. But Robert was stubborn, Don was stubborn, and I remember I was telling y'all they were fighting like brothers and sisters, two brothers, and then later on they back, talking again, and I love you, bro, love you too, bro, you know, and that's why I was saying, I kept telling you guys, I'm like, don't worry, they will not find anything that's saying that these people has been trying to, form something, because Robert wanted to do everything by the book. Even with Azriel lied. So, but back to this situation. I know I'm jumping. Y'all gotta forgive me because I did take a bunch of pills. Um, I think it should. I'm working on this here about the Clarys and the Clarys and what's them savages, right? I want. I needed to be uh uh backlash, right? Because I feel like all this attention came for it was so much attention and media play for these Clarys and these savages when you have actual little girls like Barbara said that's locked down in chains, kidnapped, and stuff like that. I feel like, and I was talking about the text messages, which when I told y'all when I come back, I will be talking about that. I want people. Do you have a call in number? I would like to pray. I don't have it hooked up right now, but you welcome to pray, but I don't have it hooked up at this time. Um, I I just sit back and look at a lot of stuff, and I'm just not gonna lie to you. Um, Reptile and the people that was following him, Levi and others, they brought a lot of stuff out to the public that didn't make any sense for all this stuff to fall on Robert Sylvester Kelly, and that wasn't fair. That wasn't fair for Robert, for the YouTubers or whatever you want to call these people to work hard to get an indictment for Don, work hard to try to get an indictment for me, and work hard to get an indictment, for Debosky. Then you had Michael Williams. You had the other guy, and nobody's talking about it now. Nobody's saying that Robert had, the guy that was speaking on the news about Michael Williams, Don Russell, and Richard Arline. They said there's no indication that R. Kelly had any dealings with this, which he did. And I kept telling you guys to don't worry. Like, I don't be saying stuff, just be saying it. Just don't. I'm like, just don't worry. But that was a big part. And when the Bosky was playing with the guy, saying, because I was looking at it on, I think he posted on his Instagram. I think I was watching on his Instagram. The guy was talking about it. Y'all remember I was telling y'all, I said 30 out of 80 people, when that man did not have a fair trial, they said anybody that's involved with R. Kelly is a monster. And yes, he's guilty. So 30 out of 80, that left 50 of them 30, of the people that was thinking like them 30s in there. There wasn't a fair trial. Robert didn't get a fair trial. And they used all these people like Debosky, um, Dunn, and all these people, that these YouTubers that said they related to Robert, that try to put indictments on these people. All they did was add more shit to Robert, because reading everybody's reading, everybody's looking on the internet, the news. Robert, oh, his manager tried to do this. Oh, his super fan tried to do this. And everybody's like, wow, oh my God, this man got this going on and that going on. And only person they hear is R. Kelly. And it's not fair. It's not fair for Robert to have to do 30 years because of hungry, money thirsty ass damn people. Angelo was mad at Don Russell because Don Russell told us about the 2018 text message, email. He wanted to do business. I said, wait a minute. I thought he was trying to look for his daughter. I thought he was trying to look for his daughter. I thought he was trying to get his daughter back. He's trying to get a dingaling deal. But I'm working on, like, I'm doing a little bit at a time to put all this stuff together. But I think it should be a outcry, and it should be people outraged and need to call them savages out, them Clarys out, and them savages out, because it was resources. Y'all use all this shit in the media talking about y'all daughters, which y'all was in contact with. I don't know about Joy, but Joy was a grown ass woman. She wasn't kidnapped. She told you on the news and everywhere else, TMZ, she wasn't kidnapped. But these Clarys lied. And I noticed, if you just notice, once Robert said, no, I'm not doing them deals, what happened? All hell breaks loose. But Angelo, when you look at him on the interview, how nervous he was. He wasn't intending to get his face out there, in the public, because he was trying to do his shit behind closed doors. Dirty, dirty ass, you know. But like I said, a lot of stuff is not for the public. It's for his attorneys. Okay. And you know, even though I'm pissed off, but the man don't deserve to be in no jail. Robert don't deserve to be in no jail. The man did not take a person, bound them down. It was consensual. Parents enjoying themselves. When the money started getting low, when Robert got tired of trying to help everybody and their mama because his money was low, everybody was pissed off. And just think about it. And he is a sex offender. Make it make sense. Just think about it. You know, this. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Somebody told me. They said when they said the media was out in front of the studio. They said the media was out in front of the studio, and Uncle June drove in front of the studio so they can crawl, be parked to the door so they can crawl in the I think it was the Jeep they was in, so they can get away from the media. So when he got in the car, he looked over and he told this other person, he said, this gonna be bigger than the Oscars. Not knowing he see because he felt that okay, this is gonna be big, but I didn't do anything wrong, but my name is ringing, my name is out there. Um, I'm gonna be okay. He didn't know all of this was gonna happen because if he knew that, and the people was trying to, Russell and uh, Miss June and everybody was trying to tell him, this is serious when the media was stalking R. Kelly at his place of business. Yeah, that's when they pulled up. Yeah, Junebug pulled up. That's when Robert said it was gonna be bigger than the Oscars. Yeah. So he thought that he didn't think it was serious when people were trying to tell him it was serious. And if he would have listened just a little bit before he got locked up so he can be able to do things and get stuff together before he was locked up, I think things would have been a little different. Um they kept him locked up. They kept push, and then the COVID didn't help any. It kept pushing the trial back and trying to find more stuff and put more stuff out there in the public eye. To I feel like there's tampering too. I feel like there's what they call it, entrapment. I feel like that was an entrapment for them to convince potential jurors. You see what I'm saying? By putting all this stuff out, they made him look like nothing but a monster. But you notice they're not reading. They refuse to read those text messages from the mother. And it's more text messages, you guys. They got a lot of text messages. Look what they put out there, though. They just went in and found little pieces that will try to convince people that this man was doing harm, and it was no harm. What are text messages with Azriel and Robert? Why they didn't show that? Huh? Remember I told y'all, I said why they ain't showing Robert and Don Russell text messages? So Debo reading it to you. It was all about business, attorneys, and people in your camp doing some bullshit, and I don't trust this person. I don't trust this person. Robert has PTSD and he don't trust no goddamn body at all. He didn't. Hi, how you doing, Sir Miguel? And it was a reason why he was telling this, and I don't, like I said, I don't know if it work it didn't work. Now it's not working in Robert's favor, because Robert would tell this person, don't fool with him because I don't trust him. Don't fool with Keith because I don't trust Keith. Don't fool with this person because I don't trust this person. Don't fool with Uncle Junebug because I don't. I mean, he didn't want everybody. He didn't want people, I guess, colliding together to try to do things to harm him. He tried to keep everybody in their separate spots. He tried to keep everybody like, let me, I ain't gonna talk to him, I'm gonna stay away from him. And so then when Robert goes to jail, you got Keith not trusting this person, you got Don not trusting this person, you got uh Joy not trusting this person, like you got June not trusting this person, and it was just a mess because everybody, he was so paranoid, and that didn't work in his favor by doing that at that time. Now because he needed everybody to work together, but everybody was just against each other because he didn't trust people like that. You know, he wasn't bringing his homies to his Trump Towers. Yeah, you can hang out at the bar, see out cigar bar. You can hang out at the thing with me, but you ain't coming up in Trump Towers. So I just came on just to come, tell you guys, the text message that he reading. I have text messages. I read a few, but I I didn't read them because I just felt like it was like a personal thing. Um, it was a personal thing between those two people, so that's why I never, put, read those text messages. I just got the text message to show that the conversations to see. I wanted to see. I want to see these conversations. What was the conversations about? So, how long has it been staying at the Trump? Wasn't it 2 years, 3 years? It had to been five. Not was it? Wait a minute. I don't know. I have to think. Remember, because I know that radio woman said that she was staying in the studio and she found out that he had moved to Trump Towers um with the ladies, other ladies. So I don't remember. I just, it's so much. I have to go back and look, but I can't recall. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off and search the web until I fall asleep. You guys, y'all just have a blessed weekend. Um, pray hard. Just you have what to say to God about things. But I'm just gonna pray that God, give Robert calm. Give him calmness and peace. And I pray that God, rest Jennifer Bunjean and get her rested up for, the appeals. And I pray that, you know, for everybody that's gonna be involved in this situation, that to know that, Robert is one of God's people as well. He's not an animal. Okay. And he's been manipulated by so many people. And a lot of people say he's bossy and he's this and he's that, and people mad at him, but he just he didn't trust anybody. And then especially when you're told you got an investigation going on, they trying to indict you. This person is gonna testify, the grand jurors on you. People, he knew this, But then when he started saying that it was real serious, the trust started getting real bad. God, associate is going to be a disaster. So I'm just leaving it in God's hands and just let God just step into Jennifer Bunjean and step into the judges and and everything. But at the end of the day, you guys, I'm gonna leave. But yeah, so far the text messages are legit. Um, and I'll go over there too and listen when he reads some more and stuff like that. But they are, and it's a hot mess. I just feel I just feel so bad for so many people. It's a shame that you got these demonic spirits running around here hating people that you know they refuse to look at themselves and say, "Hey, we was the cause of this and that." I'm about to go. You guys, y'all have a good one. Have a great weekend. Um, Be blessed. Talk to you soon.